North Country. So we're going to have the 10-2-2 Raiders, 10 wins, 2 losses, 2 ties, ranked number 4 in the state, taking on North Country at 4-9-1, coming in at 13th seed. Don't let their record fool you. This is going to be a physical, tough battle. It's on a small field. And now we'll get the introductions. And the good news is Alex Adams able to come back after missing basically most of the season. He played in 2 games before he suffered a broken bone in his shoulder, and he got cleared to come in and play for Rutland. And Tyler Madison will be the first Raider to come out. And of course, Rutland will be in their home whites. Alex Adams will be number 4.
Number 5, Jason Olson.
And Jason Olson during number 5.
Number 6, C.T. Spalding.
C.T. Spalding, number 6, the next Raider to introduce for Coach Abrahamson's
Number 10, Nick Campbell.
varsity squad. Nick Campbell, number 10. Man, what a season Nick's had. Bowman Potter, number 16.
Number 19, Dennis Schindler.
And Dennis Schindler, number 19, really kicked his game up in the second half of the season. And along with this guy, Corey Pollock. He has been the key that's driven the car, the Cadillac here. And the senior goalkeeper, Brendan Golobietnikoff. Dom Dunges, one of the captains coming out now. And Golobietnikoff, also a captain. And Nick Lawrence, the 3rd captain. And you see Lawrence coming out and then the rest of the Raiders. And again, we'll have the opening touch to get things started. First round playoff action. North Country and Rutland High School. Alex Adams right there, number 4. This back to you. Dom Dunges coming in. Give him some high fives. And Corey Pollock, 22 in the foreground. Again, Rutland trying to erase some bad memories last time they were on this field at Northwood Park. Their away home game, if you want to call it that. They lost in overtime in the quarterfinals to Harwood on it was a game of 2 different halves, but it was just tremendous intensity. And here we are with snow threatening, and you're going to get some good videos. We're right on top of the action. Kirk Abrahamson set me up with a little piece of staging. And just in case you haven't realized, it will be in the home whites. They're the 4th seed, North Country in the maroon. The Falcons come from right just about Derby on down. Take them 3.5 hours, they said, to get here, and they want to make the ride worthwhile. And again, we'll get 40-minute halves overtime if necessary, since it is a tournament game. We play till we have a winner. And I'm not sure, I didn't go over the overtime format with Coach Abrahamson, but I know after so many overtimes we go to the shootout. I think it's 3 overtimes, then the shootout. And we're good to go. In North Country, the first touch will go backwards, go forwards, and they'll bring it back. And then, again, if you've been chronicled, it's a short field and compared to Alumni Field. And Rutland, again, got that 4th seed by playing on a much larger field. And talking to a lot of people who know soccer much better than I do, it does change the dynamics of your attack. And Rutland, a team that likes to switch fields. They like to go long ball and bring it down and inside. And it's going to be picked up now and dumped up near sideline. And you're going to watch Jason Olson. You have to bear with me on the close camera angle. It's cool to shoot this close to game because you can hear the calls and you can almost feel like you're playing. That's going to be Lawrence out in front. The follow-up, and I think that was Pollock that went just not so on that kick. Went over the top of Lawrence take the throw, and he's going to look for Dunges, and the ball will come back to Lawrence, and he's got time to bring it out in front of the net. The goalkeeper came out and left the area, and that's going to be Alex Adams. You see number 4 in white battling number 4 in maroon, and that will become a corner, I believe, the call. So Rutland with some good early pressure there. And they're going to take the corner on the far side, and you see Pollock and Madison. Number 3 out there is Madison, 22 is Pollock, and there's the touch. They want to work it back on that short give and go, and then they'll bring it to the top of the box, top of the arc, and send across. And boy, ball settled, not taken out. Pollock in there, and we got a whistle, and we're going to have a kick coming up on the fall on Pollock. And so we will have the first penalty kick, or the not penalty kick, but the first kick off a foul coming up. And again, breeze, no problem today. Not a breeze in the. And all the ball will have true flight. That will roll to the center circle. It's going to be tapped up and roll to this side. Madison will sell it, go to the left foot, and a little slip there at the edge of the circle. Dunges with a nice play coming up defensively from behind. Got a little nudge in there and was able to steal the ball. Now Madison will pressure coming back, and that's a nice short passing game right there by everybody went down.
Keep your arms down.
Madison a little slow to get up, and wow, the foul went against Rutland. Whoa. So we'll have the throw take place the kick take place right in front of us and be about the 25-yard line out. Well, that's a good kick. That's an excellent kick, and Golobietnikov will come out and make the scoop. There's no pressure on the ball, and he's able to get it, and he'll take the throw.
Hey, please don't be rude to the players, mister. Well,
Let's go, Raiders!
You see Lawrence right there defensively. I think it hit the sideline. That's what the call is. But Jamie Falco, and the throw coming in now will just be nudged forward on the header, and that'll go out of play right in front of the bench area of North Country. And then the throw coming over the top, and they're looking for Dunges. Come in. Oh, he passed it to himself. There's the lob up inside the box, and they're looking for Madison. There's the beautiful pass. Good clear right there. And it's been a physical first couple minutes, let me tell you. And the fans are right into it below me. Of course, I don't have any players playing, any kids playing, so. And you can see the step up by Madison, and he'll go flying over the leg, and he's going to be a little slow getting up. And Dunges will carry it in, get it to the 25, and that's going to be North Country with the ball, and they'll bring it up and out. Madison right in the right spot. That's where he got stalled out, and the ball came to him. Lawrence will go up and over, and nice job by the goalie. Nice mark down there. There's Adams down there, and Miles Weston with the save, and nice kick. This is no feeling out process right now. So this is just going, and it's being played like there's 10 minutes left in the tie game. This is first round of the playoffs. Rutland, number 4 seed. Madison will work the ball back to Lawrence, and again Lawrence will fake, try to get the outside corner. That's a pretty good job riding him out wide on the defense. Madison's kick, and going to be saved. It went off from a defender up in front, number 3, Sean Pinard of North Country. He deflected it in, but the goalie right there, as Weston able to react to it. And the camera will zoom a little slow today because it's cold out for it. And Alex Adams stepped on the ball, flipped over, and it'll become they're going to bring it in for a goal kick, and we've got a whistle. Substitutions coming in, 35-24 to go in the first half of play, and there's no score. And they're set now as the subs get cleared. And Bernard with again, pretty decent kick with the header. It's going to come almost to midfield, and Rutland will swarm around, and they'll get the ball. And it takes me a little while to get used to the logistics of where I'm shooting here as far as the proximity of being a little bit closer and flatter to the field. And the fact the camera's cold and it's not zooming instant reaction like we're used to seeing. And Alex Adams will bounce off from that body check and keep going forward, and Schindler wanted to pass the ball through to Dunges and didn't react to the pass. Now give possession back over to North Country. And they'll work it right toward us here on this short side of the field, and Madison with the second attempt able to get the ball up, and that's going to be up over the top to the sideline, and Lawrence with those long legs able to get up and control the ball. That's what an advantage to be 6 foot something. Schindler with a little soft pass on this side, settled down by Olsen. Jason Olsen looked inside, brought the ball about a yard further forward, and then drove the ball into the center arc area. And that's going to be Campbell. He got up in the air and he got a piece of the ball, brought it back, and Olsen got a nice favorable bounce. Lawrence going to be cut off, and Dunges will pick it up. Good move right there, and then Lawrence will step back in, have a possession temporarily, loses bounce, go forward, and it'll give North Country a chance to try to clear it. It actually got Lawrence in the backside, and it'll be settled down. Got no score, got a lot of action. We're in the playoffs, first round up at Northwood Park. Rutland boys in the white, number 4 seed, taking on the 13 seed North Country squad. And boy, that's going to knock the wind out of your sails right there. And I think we're going to issue a card. The only problem I have with that, not being a hometown fan, is that he let a lot of, the official I'm talking about, let a lot of loose, hard hits go early on, and now he's going to talk to Tyler about it, and that should be issued both ways early on. And typical. And that's going to be driven out to the Rutland offensive end of the circle, and it's going to the far side and skip and roll into the Raider bench, and we'll have a throw by Nick Campbell. And that'll be set down. A lot of time and space right there. Adams now coming up. You can see him. It has been a cool day. We've had some dew on the grass, no rain to speak of yet, and he did slip down. It's going to go wide, and good communications right there. So they're able to talk and get their spacing. Pollock had it, lost it, then a pass back up the middle. Nice rush down the field, starting to get developed here by North Country, and they're going to drive it through, and Golubiak will watch it roll through the inline, and we'll have a goal kick coming up.
Come on, White. Talk out there.
Again, 32 minutes left to play. We played 8 minutes of the first half. And Brennan Golubiak, one of the captains out there, and boy, what a force he was in the playoffs last year for Rutland. Like I said, that heartbreaking overtime loss to Hartwood last time that they had played here as a team, and that's going to come forward. They did have a win over Missisquoi here. Campbell will watch go out of play, and he'll take the throw, and he'll have to wait as he comes back through the balloons. He'll bring the ball back to Jason Olson, number 5. Oh, it's been physical, that's for sure. Jim C, number 9, coming in now for Rutland High School. And that's going to stay in play, and nice follow-up by Nick Campbell. Got it to C, who's just into the ball game, and he'll bring it down wide, wants to reverse, bring it in. Well defended as they stepped up, and well defended by C, and it will go out of play, and we're going to have a White throw. And again, C will take the throw. He'll try to get it in the box. Lawrence got a header on it, comes across, settled down. And that's Spalding, going to be high and wide. Yeah, CT Spalding coming up, just took advantage of all the space they had given him defensively, and he was able to come up and drive a nice hard shot. It just was high and wide, and we shall have Sean Pinard now take the goal kick, number 3, as he'll work it on the short side of the box. And again, he's done a nice job of getting some length on the ball. We are in a short field, but that's over the top. You can see Olson run a little interference for Potter, and he'll just pop it straight up in the air, and that's going to be controlled momentarily on the header by North Country. Now a 50-50 ball, and Dunges will, nice pass off the back of his foot, looking for the upcoming Schindler. Took the bump, kept his balance, lost the ball, goes over the top, and on sides, Lawrence will get the chest. Nice job. The defensive person was able to get out in front of him right there. That was Ingram, Preston Ingram. And the foul called on Rutland, and a kick coming up now by Pinard, and he'll take it now right on the edge of the box, right on the edge of the 18. And again, we have a winner today. If this is going to be an overtime situation, which I'm not saying it's going to be, but it would be golden goal in overtime. But if it, I think it's the 3 overtimes, then you get to the shootout, and it's going to be a corner as it was kicked side out, and Dunges now will head over, number 8, and he'll take the corner for Rutland. Pollock will follow him over, number 22, and that'll be the tandem over there to set up this, I believe, second corner of the game for Rutland. We're in the first half of play. We were just a tad over 29 minutes left to go. And that is a low liner, and that's going to become another corner as it was deflected out of bounds on that end line by one of the North Country Falcons. But I don't know if it's intentionally kept lower, if he just didn't get a lift on the ball, but we'll see what Dunges do this time. Second opportunity, 3rd corner of the game, and that is going to be around and cleared out by North Country, and he'll go down that far side. Nobody on that side of the field for either side, and will become a throw for Rutland. They want to get the tempo up, get the pace going, and there's a good fire in there. I believe that was Spalding. Hard to see that side of the field. C with that speed, got around, laid it out, and his pass kind of sliced off the side of his foot. Wasn't able to really power it out to where he wanted to, and then a nice step up by the Raiders, and I'm going to nice step up by Corey Pollock right there as he made the steal and then tried to just drill it through the middle. Olson on the trail will come up now, and he'll set it in toward the net, and it's going to go slice and be wide, and we'll have a kick coming up. And I'm sure it'll be Pinard. Number 3, he's handled most of these goal kicks, all these goal kicks actually.
Number 16, Ben McBride, and number 17, Trevor Gray.
I think I don't know if you can pick it up in the background, but Ken Nelson will set up the PA system. Dunges with the steal and then kind of stepped on top of the ball, lost control of it. That's going to be set through by Pollock on the end of his toe and then cleared back out by North Country. And we'll see in the background, we got 27 minutes, 41 seconds to go in the first half of play. Schindler and the Raiders scoreless right now, and it's been physical to say the least. Campbell was trying to drive it on a through ball, had it knocked down, and again, about a 10-yard pass coming back just at the edge of midfield. And yeah, it's just kind of back and forth right now with no clear destination, just a lot of kicking and no purpose involved. That'll hit the ground, become a 50-50 ball. Dunn just got spun around, then is able to block it down deep in the corner, and Jim C will chase it down, and you can see Weston come out and dive on the ball, and he will get the kick away here. And another good kick. Nice hang time and foot trap by Schindler. Just by that foot trap, he saved losing about 10 more yards, and they're able to get it going to Madison. And boy, right in front of the official, and a lot of hands, a lot of pushing, no call there, and we'll have a kick coming up for North Country.
Tyler, you're tough today, buddy. You're good, Tyler.
And we'll have Pinard take the kick. Not that my opinion matters, but having a bird's eye view here, this has been a very lopsided, badly officiated first half, in my opinion, but I mean, it's been pretty obvious to me. Yeah, it's going to come down, and Lawrence will spin to the inside. Oh, nice job of getting the kick down through the middle, and a nice step up defensively. And that's going to come right out of play. Nice job by the ball boy right there. And we'll have Jason Olsen right down in front of us again, and we've got a sub coming in for Pollock. Shane Barrett, 24, coming in for Rutland. He'll replace Pollock. And that's going to be down to Madison on the header. He's trying to drive it back through. Couldn't get it over to Lawrence, and now Schindler will time his step up very nicely. Oh, what a nifty move.
You are unbelievable, Schindler. Keep it up.
Comes up to Madison, and again, trying to get it down in that vacated corner, and you guys go over the top this time. Let Lawrence use his height. He does. He'll give a reverse header, and ooh, that was pretty cool to watch. Yeah, that was a good play. And Alex Adams coming back in now for Rutland High School, number 4. Got the start, got a break, and now he's back in there. As we're at 25, 19 to go in the first half of play. Playoff action between North Country and Rutland. Oh, that one right across. Miles dove after it, never got in on a second attempt. That's going to be cleared up and out. Now Spalding, that came in with that hard second shot, and he'll lay it down because I believe it's a Rutland throw. Jim C will take it, yeah, and he'd like to have C handle the ball this position on the field where he can go into the box just like that. That was a beautiful throw. Dunges will reverse it. That'll roll and be saved, not by the goalie, but by the defensive player. It could have been Pinard from behind, and that's going to come in, knocked down. Ball rolls into the box, comes outside the 18, got a whistle called, and I believe we're going to have a penalty. It'll not be a penalty on Rutland, or on North Country. It'll be a foul on Rutland, and it'll be a kick coming up for North Country. Yeah, it'll be Pinard now from actually the edge of the goalie box. And that's going to be Barrett that came up from behind, almost able to make the play. Picked up by Spalding on dribble. He'll get it to Barrett, and he'll go down on that far side. They'll come up over the top of Lawrence to Dunges. He'll spin, little John Travolta move there. Wait for the trailer on the play, and there he comes. You picture of Schindler, the big guy, coming up on the oh boy, tough for a big guy. He can sure handle the ball well. That pass was just slowed down enough, so it was stolen away, and then Bowman will come up. Bowman Potter will come up and get it to Alex Adams, and Adams will lose his footing, slide to the ground, be out of play with a white throw. Try number 19 out there. Preston Ingram has played very well defensively back there for North Country. He's got some size to him too. That's going to be, yeah, out of play. We'll have a goal kick coming up now for Pinard as he'll get set to put it on this near side of the box. And again, time flying down near that halfway point. We're at 23 minutes to go in a 40-minute half, and Dunges, and that should become a white throw. He wanted to kick the ball, and he wanted to go down the center, and it got deflected off from the body of a North Country player, the Falcons in the maroon uniforms. And a little different view today. I'm at Northwood Park, and boy, I am right on top of the fans. And another call on the Raiders down inside the box. We'll have another foul and a kick coming up for Pinard.
Go, guys. Come on, step it up.
And it's getting to the point for all the time of possession that Rutland's had and shots. They really haven't had a super hard shot as far as a quality shot in on net. C will dive up, get in the way, and that's going to be over near the baseball field, out of bounds, and there's the ball. It took me a second to find it. We'll have the throw by Rutland coming in, and that's going to be a couple different headers. And again, Lawrence trying to use that long reach of his. Couldn't quite get around the defender that time. I'll go down in the far corner. And you see Campbell in perfect position, and yeah, there's that. Not really sure what the North Country coach's problem is, as his player had slipped and lost his footing. He wanted a foul called on Campbell, but maybe his view was obstructed. We're going to have substitutions coming in. That was a hole up right there, and getting a little slow on the commentary and the camera today. It's just a little bit harder to pick the action up down here from being up above. It'll be through the inline, and we'll have Golobietnikov come out, and he'll get set for Rutland, and he'll take the goal kick himself, far side of the box, and captain, senior, Brendan Golobietnikov. We'll get right into it. He'll try to drive it over the top. That one off from Barrett's Dayglow lime-colored cleats, and CT Spalding made a nice initial step, and then a quick speed by North Country, and the defender able to get there, and that's just up in the air, and that's up in the air, and that's going to be a doubleheader by Dunges. The second one a little accidental, and now they'll try to serve it up, and nothing but maroon back there in that coverage this time. That ball will hit, and Olsen, being coached by his dad down below me. Well, I'll tell you, I'm right in the crowd. Not used to calling a game like that. Dunges into the belly of Weston, and good positioning by the goalie for North Country, and he will make the save. And they'll just bring it up and around, and Olsen will come back, and see him always looking around. And that's going to stay in play, and it'll be Adams trying to come around with a bicycle kick, and a little chance to dribble through, and that's going to be out of play. Goal kick coming up. And Rutland, we got a couple subs coming in. Ouellette 21 and Pollock 22. So Nick Ouellette 21 and Corey Pollock 22 coming in the game now for Coach Abrahamson. And you're watching Golobietnikov, the goalie Golobietnikov, take the kick, and again, he got good carry on it, got it to midfield, and Rutland got to get their spacing right now, so they'll pick up the ball, dribble, reverse, bring it around, send it through, and that's going to be Pollock. Got it back to Olsen, and Olsen looking for that far corner, and right out midair, just picked it up, and that was a good job of using his rear end right there. Was Adams, as he was able to knock it down, and couldn't get Dunges coming across, and it's going to be carried and cleared by North Country on a nice play, and that's going to, boy, that's a big gamble. There was absolutely nobody back there. And Bowman Potter, and I think he's going to be okay. I think he took one in the most sensitive area of a male player you can have, and I think he's going to be able to shake it off and hopefully come back and have some good news. Got up and walked off with some assistance. But he looked a little woozy, and I'm not sure the injury, and I'm not sure if he'll be coming back. Remember last year in that Harwood game, Chad Wilson suffered a concussion, and you know Potter isn't the sweeper back there. It's still a changing of personnel around now. Rodolphe into the game, number 11 for Rutland, and they've got the kick coming up by Schindler, and he'll go over the top. We're scoreless. The clock, of course, never cooperates up here. It just went down, so we have no way to keep tracking of the time. And again, I really hope, after the city taxpayers voted that field repair and field improvement up at Rutland High School's alumni field, this is the second year in a row that the playoffs can't be played there because the field's just not draining. It's just a quagmire. It's a mess and a half, and I hope that somebody's held accountable for that, and taxpayers don't have to pick up the bill for that, and that should have been done correctly the first time around, and certainly should have been corrected by now the second time around, and that's why we're at Northwood, which is a nice place and all, but that was a lot of money, and it just really wasn't done correctly. And then right now it just seems to be in a stall. Nobody seems to be taking care of the situation. That's just my opinion. It has nothing to do with PEGTV. More Rutland High School just came from a taxpayer, that's all. Pollock with time, bringing it down, and that's going to go down to the corner and be out of play. And we'll have a kick coming up. Pinard is on a nice job, number 3, the big guy right there, as far as getting good length on his kicks, his carries. And Weston, the goalie, went and chased down the loose ball for him. And Rutland's had more time of possession, some more corners, a few more shots on net, but it's been tough physical. It's been a hard game as far as getting a handle on what's going to transpire as far as the officiating goes, but I think anybody would agree with you. The longer that the higher seeded team doesn't have the lead or is tied, it's a big pressure builder on them. And that's a nice kick coming out, and boy, good job by C.T. Spalding getting back there to Rodolfi, and that will stay in the play. Rodolfi can get up in the air. And Rodolfi will sneak around, just miss getting the foot on the ball, and that'll be taken to the side, and they're trying to just gently send the pass up. Yeah. They get it to Corey Pollock, he'll go out of play. Yeah, so the ball in soccer's got to cross. It's got to go completely out over the line, and that according to the official fan next to me, it hadn't. It's tough to call a game with the right in the fan base, but do the best we can. And it is only public access. And Olsen, another good throw, and that's going to be right toward me. And Rodolfi will take the throw right below me. And no, he's going to hand the ball off to Jason Olsen. Jason with a nice long heave. Boy, he's got that technique down very well, and that'll be kick side out. I'll have the throw, and there'll be Potter with the ball, number 22. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm Pollock. Bowman Potter's on the sideline being attended to by the trainer, and it's going to be Jason Olsen coming down. Jim C., I don't believe, is in the game right now to take the deep throw, and Olsen did a bullet line drive passing, get a lot of loft on it. And that's going to come out to Campbell. He'll settle and have a little time to work with. And that'll come to the side to Pollock. He went left foot down to Olsen. He'll take a few dribbles and went to get the kick and had the tackle there. That's a nice play defensively. Rodolfi down, headed flat in the box, never got in on net. He'll come back, and North Country trying to get the clear. Campbell, they want to switch fields. That's Coach Abrahamson's game, and he did a nice job. And that's going to be thrown to the outside corner. And yeah, different official on the side of the field with the call this time in the Raiders' favor. Oh, absolutely. That's the way that came out. It's the way I was intended for it to be taken. Dominic Dunges will take the kick on the foul as he'll get set just about 2.5 yards, 3 yards inside the sideline out of bounds mark. There's the serve, and that's going to be high and over the top from Tyler Madison. We'll have a goal kick coming up for North Country.
For North Country, number 18, Tyler Jacobs. And for the Raiders, number 18, Nick Lawrence.
And Lawrence, one of the captains for Rutland, back in the ball game now after a brief rest, and that'll be up. And see Schindler get there, and he couldn't control it. And Barrett checking with the official. It will be a Rutland throw. Barrett will take it right in front of the Raider bench, and that'll be popped up and controlled by no one right now. That's just a loose ball. And Schindler with a gentle little lob. Got it to Madison. He'll pass it over the top to himself, and we're able to work the ball right back down to Dunges, and well, you can see the move right there. Defender will slip down, and that gave Dunges a chance to get the ball to Pollock, and boy, look at the pathway to the net he had, and he's trying to slide the ball through, and boy, that's Lawrence. Yeah, Lawrence with that big old body of his trying to get that long leg out there and get a piece of it, and he couldn't have made a better pass on the move than that right there by Pollock. Chris DeGree take the kick now as first time for a goal kick. Nobody taken other than Pinard.
Trevor
And that's slicing, but going to stay in play. And Madison go way up in the air over the top, and they're going to call him for the push.
Approximate time remaining 13:30.
And approximately 14 and a half minutes left in this first 40-minute half. No score. Again, it's been a gritty game, I think, to say the best. And they're going to have a sub come in. We'll hold up the action. North Country will have the throw on the far side, just at the edge of the Raider bench.
For the Falcons, number 9.
And again, we're at Northwood Park, PEGTV Channel 15. First round of the playoffs for the men's varsity team at Rutland High School. Came in with a 10-win, 2-loss, 2-tie record, and he went up, and again, the short field just really does not favor Rutland High School.
Well done, Nick.
Makes it much easier to defend them.
Mark. Go, guys. Let's go.
And we'll have the throw coming right down the line at us. And that's going to be out of play. And Campbell was there defensively, and he'll take the throw by the Falcons. And Schindler reached around, got it to Pollock, back to Rodolfi. Oh, nice pass. They'll get it to Lawrence, and he wanted to bring it in around and couldn't do it. Retrieved the ball. Going to get the cross, short hop by the goalie, Weston. Nice job of controlling a very awkward shot, a knuckleball in on him. And again, he gets a nice kick away here. Weston, the goalie, Miles Weston. Dunn just stepped over the ball, reversed it, brought it wide. Barrett will come up, get it under control, and get a lot of turf to work with right here as far as not coming out to pressure the ball, like you're anything packed inside the 25. Not a bad strategy at all, seriously. Kind of what Hardwood did last year. And CT Spalding back in place of Bowman Potter will get there and just kick it side out and let everybody get back and mark up. And we'll have North Country take the throw. And we're waiting for Chambers to come in. It looks like Chambers, number 11, coming in, will take the throw for the Falcons. And we're good to go on a whistle. We're going to get the lob in. And Schindler getting the ball free, and then Dunges with that little slide tackle, who's-a-majigger they call it there, was able to dislodge the ball. North Country are getting a little time possession this time. Something they've had ones and outs where they come down, just get the shot and go. And this time Rodolfi broke it up, and boy, he's going to take advantage of being able to run it down the field. And he's going to pass it out and just have it a little bit too far ahead of himself. And that ball will come and settle down and be picked up by the Raiders. And there's Olsen coming up, and good job. Nice step up, good header. Comes back to Olsen, and tell you what, he's got it into the box and not a white shirt around it. It'll roll in and be picked up by Weston. He'll take the kick, and on the punt, again, nice hang time, nice carry, and nice step up right there. It's Rutland able to head it back and switch fields, and now they need somebody to come onto the ball. And you see Pollock get there, and it'll be interesting. Okay, went off from Pollock himself. Will be a maroon throw. We'll have a North Country throw. As we're good to bring it in again. Wind, not a factor at all. We're just trying to outweight the snowflakes that are on top of the short mountain right behind us, working their way down towards us. And we're at the 10-minute mark approximately, and boys seem to try to drag the ball back around. Lawrence couldn't do it, and that'll be dumped down into the corner, and that will be in play. Comes back. Nice job by North Country. Walked a little tightrope there, kept it going. Both players go down. They'll let them play through. Nice job there by the officials, and they'll come up now and see Schindler force it wide, and Olsen will get a piece of it, get it to the center circle, headed back down. And North Country getting a little more each time down now to work with. And then will be nudged forward toward that far side, and they'll come on top of it. Madison will be able to get the shortened pass, give it up to Pollock on the far side. Pollock up, and Lawrence going to head it just wide. But I tell you, he is a big body, and he's tough to move all the way down there. And Jim C. coming in the game now for Rutland High Schools will have that goal kick. Pinard back in there, number 3. For the Falcons. And they had about a 3.5-hour ride. They did stop at P&H Truck Stop to get something to eat, and I'll tell you what, that's worth the ride alone. I've eaten there. That's pretty darn good food up there. I might play soccer for North Country if that's where they're going to stop and get the team meals. And corner coming up for Rutland. We'll follow Dunges over and see if Pollock goes with him or if he'll just be Dunges solo, because these are all called from Kirk Abrahamson on the sideline, head coach for Rutland High School. And right now it's just Dunges solo. A lot of times this means he's just going to take it right in to the box, right at the post. He'll appear from behind the balloons. Yeah. And they brought a trailer in. Comes from Schindler. Miss kick comes over to Rodolphe. He'll get the ball knocked down, body it back, and they'll recycle and get things started over again. That's Lawrence. Wants to get a little height on it, and boy, a couple of Raiders in the same spot, same place, didn't really talk, and they'll lose possession on that. It'll roll to the far side, be out of play, and we'll have Rutland pick up the throw real quickly, as that's going to be heaved again and trying to get it into the box, well defended. And things are very cramped up space-wise because this is a very small field. Much easier to defend a Raider team that likes to switch fields. And on the whistle, we've got a sub coming in. Ryan Coulter, number 10, coming in. And Derek Donnelly, both coming in for North Country. Those are Falcon substitutions.
Thank you, Dominic.
Olsen, but I tell you, when they get the space to dribble, they should really try to take advantage of it. And they'll get a second chance here to try to get it up and out. This time they'll just go to the shorter kick to the middle of the field, and boy, some good speed right there as he's able to pull away from Dunges momentarily. They'll come up, and Barrett, he's played tough like that all year. I don't think it's going to have enough field to stay in play, and it will go out of bounds, become North Country on the throw.
Shane, well done out there. Well done, Shane.
And they're not, yeah, they can't have the sub come in right now because it's a North Country throw and a Rutland sub, and Rodolphe, he's pretty nifty out there. He went up and got it under control, and Dunges. Oh, there's the follow-up. There's the goal. Jim C got it by the reaction. He was two Raiders on that far side, and C was there to get the rebound off the goalie's hands, and Jim C will put Rutland up 1-0 in the first half of play here in this playoff game.
Nice, Dominic. Nice shot. Joe, great pass to Dominic.
We'll see if we can get the announcement from Ken Nelson on any assist on that play.
Scored by number 9, Jim C.
And it is C officially. And Dunges will get the assist. So Dunges and C clicking for that first goal, and oh, it's not a good sign. They're taking Bowman Potter off the field, off the bench area to a vehicle, like he's going to have to seek further medical attention. And that's going to be picked up by Nick Campbell, and he'll bring it through the circle. And that's going to be Alex Adams over there. So they get Adams back from an injury. And they've lost Potter. At least I would have to speculate for the game if he's going. Looks like a parent and a trainer, and they're bringing him over to the parking area to a vehicle. And I can only assume he's going to look for a little more medical attention. I don't, not a life-threatening thing. I'm not saying it like that, but an injury. Here comes Dunges up and through. Boy, he had 20 yards, 25 yards. He just keeps moving forward. And now he runs into some interference. He'll spin away from it, bring it over to the side, and just missed Rodolphe. Pass was a little bit behind him, and that will be Shane Barrett hitting the deck, spinning around. Schindler going to come up now. No, it's actually going to be Dunges over the ball, so we'll have a kick coming up on the foul called by Rutland High School. It's 1-0 Rutland. We're in the first half of play. I know we're under 10 minutes. I couldn't be more specific than that to you. We've lost the clock and the scoreboard. And that's going to be picked up by Weston. And you can see Rodolphe pull off him. Then roll toward the near post. And the North Country goalie able to get there. 5 minutes, Ken Nelson just said, is the time remaining in the first half. And they'll bring it out of play, and we'll have Jason Olson take the throw.
Number 22,
And Corey Potter coming back at number 22 for Rutland. And that will be to Lawrence. Lawrence using that height advantage, just nudging it over the top. 40, he'll go back, and boy, they'll steer it to Rodolphe. And That's going to come out of play. And the Falcons looking to get things going here, only down to 1 goal. Tell you, if they can get to halftime tied at 1 or just down 1, they've got to be awful happy, because that's a lot of positives to build on. And that's going to be brought down, reversed. They're looking to take it down in that vacated corner, and now they're looking to make the move. And Bolton tough play defensively, and it went off North Country through the inline. Well, a goal kick coming up as Brendan Golubietnikov will get set, and yeah, he's going on the near side of the box with the mark.
North Country substitution, number 4, Sam Murphy.
And what he's waiting for right now is the subs to clear. And again, PEGTV's website is PEGTV.com. That's pretty easy, isn't it? PEGTV.com. Their phone number is 747-0151, and they're located in Building 24 at the House Center. Michael J. Valentine is the executive director. Tom Leipold is the program director, and I am just a volunteer. And that's going to be brought down by Lawrence. Got it to the midfield stripe. No further than that. It'll be touched by about everybody on the field and come forward. And just Spalding will let him come to the inside. Spalding's taking Potter's spot, I believe, on the field. And nice step over. They're Dolphy with that extra long toe, able to get up there and wedge the ball out. And you can see right now the play just kind of stuck at the middle of the midfield area, and nice rush right there by Potter. And the shot never got in. It's going to be brought back out. And Potter, once, twice, will send it back on his second attempt, and that's going to come in and never make it in. It's going to be popped up. So I know we got to be around 3 minutes or less to play. Yeah. I tell you, this isn't a bad spot on the field for North Country to take advantage of this place on the field. Remember, this is a much shorter field, so they've got somebody with the foot out there, and to get this over the top, stay on sides. Pennard with the kick, and they can get this thing tied up, and what a difference that'd make at halftime. Nice step up by Campbell, and he got a header a mile in the air, and that's going to still be a 50-50 ball. As Olsen, oh my God, they mugged him with no call right there. And not only did they flip him, they had a chunk of jersey and flesh and flipped him over, and been a very inconsistent first half on the officials. That's just my opinion again. That's no reflection of the team, the city, the town, or the station. And that's going to be out of play, and see Rodolfo going after it, couldn't get there, and we'll have North Country take the throw. As it's number 4, Rutland with that 10-2-2 record, taking on the 13th seeded North Country Falcons. Campbell showing he's got some ups out there, and then Schindler came back and overplayed the ball, took a very good bounce for North Country. They're going to send it through, be onside, and boy, everybody got back there and recovered for Rutland. Nice job of recovering. Can it be kept from being a corner? And Spalding taking out on that slide kick, and he's going to be very slow to get up, and they gave him the corner, and no call after the fact. There's the official calling time.
Good work, CT.
Yes, he's just trying to get his breath, get his bearings, and
I gotta go work the Christian school. Okay. So okay, yeah.
I'm not sure if he has to, because they did stop play for him if they have to substitute for him. And I believe that's what they'll have to do. Yeah, they're going to bring somebody in off the bench because they actually stopped the clock for him. So CT Spalding was taken down on the play corner, coming up for North Country. And Shane Barrett will come in and take a spot, and here's Shane right there. And again, good spot on the time in the game, and corner coming up for North Country. And they're only down to 1 goal, and they can change all that real quick here with a good kick and a good serve. And if you can just peek through the balloons, you can see the North Country player get set. And that's going to be, well, they headed it toward the box. Rutland didn't get the clear, and that's going to be well out of play into the woods, and Golubietnikov. So Rutland with Spalding sitting on the sideline trying to walk off the injury. Bowman Potter has already left with an injury. And a kick coming up for Golubietnikov. He will serve it up, and Dunges looking for that far corner, and that's going to be corralled and controlled by North Country. They'll slide it up, and that'll be out of play. We'll have a throw by Rutland.
Number 21, Nick
Nicolette coming in the game for Rutland. He has the ball. He'll take the throw, and he'll go short. Everything was marked line. He'll come back to Lawrence, and that's going to be the official first half ending with Rutland up 1-0 on the Jim C. goal.
Rutland 1, North Country 0.
Just getting his team fired up out there. So the opening touch. They switched into the field. Really no factor in that. There's no breeze at your back or in your face. It's a dead atmosphere today as far as the wind. There's no sunshine out to be in the goalie's eyes, so they just switched into the fields basically. And Rutland with that first half goal by Jim C. with Dominic Dunges getting the assist. They have lost the services of Bowman Potter for at least this game. We'll have to see what happens with the medical reports later on. CT Spalding is back in the game after leaving with a slight limp. And Shane Barrett getting a start here in the second half. Other than that, everything looks good to go. The other casualty was the clock scoreboard. That's not in play. And we're good to go. And then it was a very physical first half of play, and we will, before the second half's over, I'll have to fade down, change batteries on a cool day. That's snow threatening, and that's going to be popped up, brought back, hits the turf, spins around. Pollock will come back, just missed a touch on it, and North Country will get it up to midfield, and there's a nice back header. It was cut down by Barrett, goes to Pollock, and Rutland, a little different feel on the shorter, more compact field. You can see Campbell with some time to work the ball around the arc, bring it back inside the offensive part of the field for the Raiders. And Olsen, with a very good first half of play, was looking for Barrett, and nice call off at the last second by Lawrence. And that's going to hit the turf, and CT Spalding will send it down. Again, he's taken over the spot that was occupied, I think, it was occupied by Bowman Potter. And here comes a chance, and they're looking to make the move around. Spalding and Barrett both there, took away any passing lane. Spalding will back up to get a little 10-yard kick out, and he will get it to Dunges, and Dunges able to kick on the fly, looking for Lawrence. The ball a little bit to the inside, taken away. And now North Country will lock it up, and Barrett will swing and miss for a strike, and that's going to be popped up, come right towards me, and yep, Pollock went up as high as he could to protect me, and it goes out of bounds to North Country. And that, tell you, the team's coming out a little emotionally flat compared to the first half, and it was a tough first half. Schindler slipped, got back up, and Barrett will slide toward the ball, not get it, and yeah, it's going to be a goal kick coming up for Golubietnikov. And there's one of the captains for the Raiders, senior goalkeeper, Brendan Golubietnikov. And we'll see he's kicked the ball well his entire career here at Rutland High School. See what he'll do, be able to get some lift on this ball. And he came underneath it, got it to Barrett, and I'll work it up to Lawrence. He'll turn, find Pollock, and he'll go up for Adams. Adams trying to bring it over. Now he's trying to split the defense, can't get through there, and Weston will get the ball. Miles Weston. And boy, he's kicked the ball well all game. He gets another good kick there. Gets a little help to get it beyond midfield on the other side of the circle. He'll be set down by Adams, and he'll look for that far corner, and shorter field, no room, out of play. Throw coming up for North Country.
Let's go, Raiders!
And yeah, I just want to see who they're going to have go over. And so number 20 will head over. It's Mason Weston. He will take the throw for North Country. As the Falcons with that long ride down from Derby, Vermont, looking to make it worth their while and get the first upset of the tournament against number 4 seeded Raiders. Rutland up 1-0. Jim C with the goal. Dominic Dunges with the assist. Tyler Madison with the ball there. We'll go back to Dunges, and he's got it going forward, and he'll roll in on Weston, and he'll make the save rather casually. And that's a nice step up by Madison, and then they both kind of got to the ball at the same time. Clyde had fell down, and we'll have a kick coming up on the fall, and it will be, yeah, they want to bring the ball over about 5 yards, and that's where Dunges will set the ball up. So Senior captain Dominic Dunges all set here. We'll let it fly, and it's going to go soft over the top, and goal for Rutland. Boy, that was a beautiful serve. Nice, a soft serve. And I don't mean an ice cream cone, and it was Lawrence that'll get the goal, and I'm sure Dunges just collected his second assist. They'll have to wait for the official announcement from Ken Nelson, the official announcement maker. And a card issued. Yeah, and I missed that on the trail side of the play. It was Brett Manning, the senior captain, that was yellow carded.
Nice work, Alex!
Yeah, and that's a big goal, making it 2-0 now. And Jim C. coming in the game, number 9 for Alex Adams for Rutland. Yeah, and they have to wait for the sub to come in on the yellow card. And that's what we're waiting for. So it's Nick Lawrence with the goal. And Dunges with the goal, or assist, and we'll get into battery. This was another foul on North Country, and a yellow card on them as they're starting to lose a little bit of their composure out there. Well, another good spot in the field for Dominic Dunges and Rutland to get the kick up and away, and that's going to be lofted. Remember the beautiful serve we had last time? That time it was going to be picked up by Weston. So a first half goal by Jim C. and a second half goal by Nick Lawrence. Dunges with the assist on both, and Rutland up 2-0 in his opening round playoffs, number 4 against number 13 in the seedings, and no home field advantage, that's for sure, on at Northwood Park, other than they didn't have to drive the 3 hours. That's going to go down in the corner, and you can see Jim C. take the angle and force the ball back up, and it'll be stepped up. Barrett, and they're going to call that on Barrett, and we'll have North Country get set, and number 6 step up. That's going to be Chris DeGreen. He'll nice kick, real good carry, and he'll get it headed down in. Schindler would, CT Spalding, I'm sorry, had plenty of time, no pressure around him, was able to send the ball up to the circle near midfield. Now Madison trying to take the inside track. Now he'll use that speed to go to the outside, and look at the agilities, he'll shift around, and that went off from Lawrence, came back to North Country, and he'll get set to go up over the top, and see Olsen there, got a toe on it, and good sticking with it by North Country. They need some offense right now, and that's going to be cleared aside by Spalding. Nice job defensively by CT Spalding of Rutland. And we'll have the throw taken out by Donnelly, Garrett Donnelly.
Play like 0-0, White! Let's go!
So we're in the second half of play, and I can only speculate on the times. Around 33 minutes left to play. And boy, that was some contact well after the play, and they let that slide through, and Golubietnikov will pick up the ball. And an excellent kick. Both goalies have had a nice job kicking the ball strongly today. That was Nick Lawrence, went forward to Jim C. Back to Lawrence. He's got 1 goal, and he's going to fire it in. Pollock can't just swivel it around enough. Nice hustle by Pollock, right out here by Lawrence. They just missed clicking for goal number 3. And Alex Adams coming back into the game now for Rutland High School. So we'll have goal kick coming up for North Country. So they wait for the subs to clear. And we're good to go. Again, we're at Northwood Park, PEGTV, channel 15. And that ball will hit the turf. Bound the inside, and Lawrence, for a big guy, he's very crafty out there, very agile. This is Barrett. And now they're looking to go up, and out of play. We'll have a goal kick for Weston of North Country. The goalie will mark it, and it looks like we're going to actually, he'll just mark it, and we're going to have Pinard take the kick. And that is what we had. Again, Bowman Potter, injured in the first half, has left the game. Able to walk off under his own power, but got a little problem he's got to have looked at. And that's going to be back pass on the fly to Madison, slides it in. Oh, they just missed connecting with Dunges. Now Adams trying to get up from behind, take the pass away. Doesn't get there late, but it will be Barrett that was trying to get the ball through, and North Country doing a lot of chasing right now, and it's going to be Schindler that'll come up, and Lawrence again with some time to work it down the field, get it to Madison, and must have been an offsides call, yep. There'll be a kick coming up now on that far side by Dedger, and he'll get set. And remember the nice offensive chances that North Country got in the first 10 minutes of the contest? That's kind of gone away here, and it'll be Olson right in front of his head coach. Taking a throw. Nick Olette into the game now for Tyler Madison for Rutland, and that throw will be headed around, and it will go out of play, and then we'll have a throw coming up by Olson.
Let's play. It's 0-0 on your head. Let's go.
And Olson's done a nice job with the throws today. And that looks like it's going to stay in play, and it will actually come up the middle of the field. And here comes a chance for a rush down the field by North Country. Oh, nice step up. Oh, my goodness. They're going to call Barrett on that step up. Well, the kick, and North Country will set it right on the edge of the circle, and they'll get set. And again, short field, they can easily reach the box from here and see if they can stay on the side and hold the line and get a score here and make it 2-1. We're at 2-0 right now, Rutland. Well, that's well served. And it'll go through the in line. Yeah, goal kick coming up, last touch by North Country. And goal of Bietnikov will put the ball down, and he'll take the kick himself. And like his counterpart Weston, he's done a nice job of getting good length on the ball, good carry on the kicks. And that will continue. As Campbell got in a position to go up and realized he couldn't get to it, and North Country. Oh, now Barrett got hit by the ball, will pop back up, and that's toughness. Oh, and boy, Adams goes flying through the air, and should have a foul and a kick coming up for Rutland. Yeah, Barrett trying to shake it off right there. And that is a good kick, and that's got some carry, and that goes off from C and be out of play, and we will have. Yeah, North Country will take the throw right in front of the fan section here at Northwood Park. And that's going to be out of play. North Country will move up about 10 yards, take the throw, and that looks like it's going to hit. Yeah, I'll be out of bounds. We'll have a white throw, and then it'll be taken by Shane Barrett, number 24. And they're going to sub-form. Maybe CNA's having a little problem out there. Dolphy will come in along with Madison and Pollock. So some new legs in there, and the ball will be taken out of bounds by Schindler, Dennis Schindler. With a long heave to a nice vacated spot on the field. Scooped up, kicked out, controlled over the top, and North Country just can't connect all those last few passes to make the rush. And that's going to be far side, and Pollock with that tremendous speed will get there, and Pollock. Oh, what a jump. Got the ball, got the trail, got the shot, and nope. They had Rodolfi. Yeah, Nicolette with a nice try to get to Rodolfi. He was trying to get ahead on it, and we'll have a corner coming up for Rutland, and Dunges, Dominic Dunges heading over. Pollock coming with him. And yet they're on the corner on this near side, and again they'll appear from those balloons in just a second. There they are. So Rutland trying to build on that 2-0 lead, take advantage of this corner, and we're in the second half of play. I'll tell you that it's going to come out and be chased down by Madison. He'll let the defender get close, and that's going to be out of play, and we'll just switch sides of the field for a corner as Rutland will send Pollock over to the far side. And you can see the flag right next to there just hanging limp, as it has been a factor at all day, the breeze. And Pollock all set for the second back. It's a back-to-back corner situation, and they're trying to set it in, and it'll go across goalmouth. Nobody got there for Rutland. They'll clear it up, and Adams will settle it down, and we got the kick away before the defender could get there. It's headed up, headed out now of the box, and popped up. A lot of 50-50 play right now, and that's going to be Adams spinning away from the contact, and yeah, North Country with the ball, and they need something to happen offensively. Schindler able to steer him toward Campbell, and Campbell with the reach didn't quite get there. That's going to be right into Golubietnikov's hands. He hasn't seen a lot of shots. We've only his 4th or 5th of the contest, and he's been there for it, though, when he's needed to be. Great kick. Best kick of the day for Golubietnikov, and it's going to be taken over by North Country, and they want to go with that far side. Too far. Olet will take the throw, and he will not, actually. He's going to give the ball back to Olsen, who came up from behind, called him off, and now Jason Olsen will go short. Everything marked long. They'll go to Madison. As Madison, Nick Campbell showing you they want a lot of time and turf to work with, and he'll give the ball off to Adams. He'll just slide it down to Rodolfi. And going to be a call on Rodolfi, and the kick will come up from the mark. Yeah. It's going to be back here because this was a foul. It wasn't a goal kick. It wasn't out of bounds. It's going to be right there on the edge of the field, or of the flat, whatever you want to call it.
I like it 0-0. Let's go.
And so I'm hoping Ken Nelson will announce how much time's left. I got to think we're around 25 minutes. A first half goal and a second half goal by Rutland. Dunges with the assist on both. Jim C with the first goal, Nick Lawrence with the second, and that's where we're at right now. 2-0 Rutland, trying to go on to the quarterfinals. If they do win today, they will host the quarterfinal game, and Ari's told me no matter what the weather does, they will be here at Northwood. Boy, I tell you, Alex Adams trying to shake off the effects of an injury earlier, and then he got kicked with the ball, but I think he's favoring his shoulder that has had so much problem. He fell on it, and he's letting his arm hang. And of course, I shouldn't speculate like that, but he is down behind the play, and the official just waiting for some possession here by Rutland, and there's the call. Yeah, we got him just seeing with that right shoulder shaking around, and I don't want to speculate because he's got a limp going and a shoulder going, and Rutland losing some bodies here today. So like I said, they already lost Bowman Potter. Now we're going to have Mike Dorian, been a busy guy today. He'll go and talk to Alex Adams. Hopefully it'll be a very minor thing.
Go, North Country. Come on, Michael, let it go.
And it'll be Dunges. Okay, I was just waiting for them to mark the ball. That's where the time was called, and there'll be Dunges taking the kick for Rutland just inside the midfield stripe. So, boy, already a depleted team injury-wise, and getting a little bit grimmer there by the moment, and that'll bounce down and be controlled by North Country. They'll go backwards, go forwards, and now Schindler just a tough guy to beat deep like that, because he's, first of all, he's good help from back there from Spalding, who made the block, and then Schindler able to pick up the loose ball, and he'll be out of play, and the throw coming up, and they'll have to wait. They want to get the tempo going, but horn sounded. We have subs coming in, and it looks like Lawrence and C coming in.
Tyler Jacobs, and for the Raiders, number 9, Jim C, and number 8.
Yeah, Nick Lawrence and Jim C, both goal scorers back in the game. That throw will come up, bounce off Schindler's face. He was able to weather that, and a header by Lawrence just missed clicking with his teammate, and Barrett will settle it down and bring the ball right toward us on this side. It'll be out of play. Rodolfi also in the game. And we're going to have the throw by North Country. The Falcons in the maroon uniforms got the ball down on that throw, and they're going to come through, and should be North Country ball again, and that's what we're going to have. And they'll just take the throw, and they're looking deep, and Rodolfi got a header on it, and that was C that got in there and pushed the ball about 5 yards forward, and couldn't control enough to clear it up and out, but that looks like it's going to be a long, tough run, and it will be saved on the far side by North Country. Well marked there by Olette, and that's going to be lobbed up and never really made it deep into the box. It's knocked down, and there it is, cleared now out of the 18. And North Country got to get that sense of urgency going here. They're down 2 goals, and Rodolfi stay in play.
All right, Joe!
Well, that's pretty cool. And that's going to come down. North Country will get the ball, go back, and it's going to go off from Lawrence. So he just uses that big body to all its advantages. We're going to have a push from behind on the foul and a kick coming up now for North Country.
Let's go! Come on, Raiders, play like it's 0-0.
Again, Rutland with that 10-2-2 record, number 4 seed. And that will roll, and they'll pop it up. C shielded off from the ball. Lawrence trying to take it forward and was going to be back in the mix there. Barrett will step up, get it to C. He'll get spun off the ball, and then a step up by Rodolfi. And that's going to be a nice kick. That's a good job getting it down in that corner. And again, North Country has flashes of offense. They just can't get a consistent, maintain a consistent offense. As it does enter the box, the goalie can use his hands, and Weston will get set to take the kick. And again, got it to midfield, and then the follow-up by Barrett. And C looking, and no, he'll be out play.
How much time?
So we're at the midway point, about 20 minutes. Approximately 20 minutes left to go in the soccer game, as we're at 2-0 Rutland. They led 1-0 at the half, and then didn't take them long in the second half to get their second goal. Like I said, the common factor tying the 2 goals together was the assist, and that was both assists by Dominic Dunges, and Dunges called for the foul there. So Olette will try to chase down the crazy bouncing ball. He got it up to midfield, and the North Country on the charge. And again, only 2 goals. They just got to keep Rutland from getting that all-important Nick's goal, the 3rd goal, and that'll be over and out. And it looks like Pollock coming back in for Olette for Rutland. And Ken Nelson makes it official. And that's a line drive into the box, picked up by Golobietnikov on the short hop, and he'll get set now to take the kick. Boy, I tell you, each kicker, as the game goes along, each goalie, I mean, has just gotten stronger with their kicks, and that's going to be over the foot, and again, see how well Rutland's got that long kick defended as Olsen. Nice save by Golobietnikov. And that will be a mile in the air, and goes off in the back of C, and see if he can follow it up. And Pollock will be there, and North Country scrambling around the circle will turn to the outside and try to find just a little relief from that Raider defensive pressure. And it's been very good today defensively for Rutland, and that ball will go down far corner. Olsen will turn, and that will be out of play. Everybody will get set to remark, and North Country will take the throw. They'll leave the ball down in the sideline as they wait for Garrett Donnelly to come all the way over, and he'll take the throw for the Falcons. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, it's starting to rain. Okay. There's no scoring. We just had to get the umbrella open, get over the cameras. The rain's starting to come down here. It's a chilly day, and we were more worried about snow, but the rain's going to come. Rutland went up 2-0. They had a goal in the first half by Jim C., the assist by Dominic Dunges, and a goal by Nick Lawrence in the second half, and then the assist again back to Dunges, and that's where we stand as we're just approximately about 18 minutes left to go in regulation. Rutland and North Country from Northwood Park. That's going to slide in and be saved by Golobietnikov. And like I said, Golobietnikov and Weston, the goalie for North Country, both getting a lot of lift, a lot of distance out of their kicks here today. The breeze just non-existent, and that's a great kick by Golobietnikov as it'll carry over midfield, and they'll header it down towards C. Tries to take it to the inside. He'll get the ball, get up, and nice job, nice trap, settled it, sends it across, and Weston will make the grab. with Pollock coming in on that far side.
Good job, Jim.
And that'll be just short of the circle, and Madison went up, headed it right back to Lawrence, and he wanted to go cross field, and Pollock slipped down, and that gave North Country possession, and they'll look for Lawrence. And again, he uses that size advantage with those long legs just about as well as anybody I've seen since Mike Kavaksorian for the Raiders. And nice play on the far side, going out of bounds. We're going to have a throw by North Country. First we'll have some subs as Adams comes in along with Campbell for Rutland.
For the Falcons,
And Barrett will leave along with Madison. So North Country still has time, but they've got to get some pressure on Golubietnikov. They're down to 2 goals, but again, plenty of time left in this soccer game, and that's going to go far side. Pollock with control, turns the corner, and that's going to stay in play. That's going to stay there long enough so they can put pressure on the ball, and nice step up. They're looking for the settle, and they just were able to hook it, control it, and right in front of the scorer's table, they're able to walk down, and now the whistle blows, and must have hit the sideline. Hard to see it on that far side. We're going to have a throw, though. Oh, we got a foul call. We're going to have a kick coming up on that far side, as Pinart will move the ball back just about 5 yards. And again, on a shorter field, he's got a strong leg. He can reach the box from here. As Madison over in front of the scores table for Rutland, getting set to check back in for the Raiders. And that will float well short of the box, go to the far side, come to the kick, and did it go off from Rodolfi? No, we'll have a goal kick coming up. Rodolfi came out to challenge the kick, and it did not touch him, so Golubietnikov will get set to have the goal kick.
returning for the Raiders, number 3, Tyler Madison.
Yeah, Madison, very brief rest back out there for Rutland High School.
15 minutes remaining.
And Ken Nelson says approximately 15 minutes left in this soccer game. Rutland already lost the services of Bowman Potter, who got injured in that first half. And then Adams left, remember, not the game, but left the field to some nature of injury. And now Joe Rodolfi will go all the way across, and not a lot of white jerseys there. A little miscommunications on the play, and Olsen will give the angle a chase, and yeah, I went out of bounds, and Jason Olsen will take the throw. But I have to wait a second as we have subs coming in, and that's looks like Olette coming back in, number 21 for Rutland. So Jim C will take a break, and don't forget it was C that got the game's first goal for Rutland. And shorter shifts here in the second half by the Raiders, just so they can keep fresher legs on, and they're going to call a foul on it is Dunges out there, and there'll be a kick by North Country, and they get the thing started real quick here as they got the ball down, settled, touched, and they tried to catch Rutland on their heels. Olette up, ball coming right toward us, and that'll be out of play, and we'll have a North Country throw. And that's Rodolfi, got up in the air again. He's done a nice job of getting it up in the air and controlling those headers as North Country kept it low. I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but Rodolfi with the ball, and he'll come back to Dunges. Dunges, Lawrence, little space to work with, a lot of turf actually right there. Now they'll give it to Madison. He wanted to go up over the top, and it's going to be too strong, out of play.
That's going down the hill.
And Weston out chasing the ball down. His teammates already got one, and we'll have Pinard on the far side. He'll get set. He'll take the official ball, and he'll get set to put it into play. As we must be nearing the 13-minute left to play mark. Rutland 2, North Country none, or nil, that's the word. North Country nil here, that's soccer speak. And that ball belongs to North Country, and boy, Rutland's defense very quick today to react to the ball and take away any downfield rushes by North Country. There's been a very limited amount of scoring chances for the Falcons here throughout the contest. They've had splashes of offense, but and Olette's going to be offside. Yeah, it was collision with Lawrence, a little push from behind, not called, and North Country will get the benefit of the offside call, and they'll have the kick coming up as they're going to back them up about 10 yards, and they'll mark it, and again, they got to start taking advantage of some of these opportunities.
12 minutes remaining.
And that's going to be settled. We haven't had actually a lot of whistles for offsides or handballs. It's been pretty much a flow here. The first 10 minutes was kind of brutal, actually, a lot of physical play, chippy play, and that got under control with a few yellow cards. And we'll have Adams now take the throw and look for Rodolfi. He went up and got it, brought it down, and Ouellette giving chase. They go over the top, and Schindler in good position. I'm sorry, that's Spalding back there. And there's Rodolfi. Oh, yeah. He was coming around with a full head of steam on that corner and just had the ball go hard off his foot. And North Country, nearing the 11-minute mark to go, will have the ball. As Jim C. back in the game for Ouellette. And again, notice how short the shifts are here as they're trying to keep fresh legs out there and keep pressure on North Country. And also be able to react and get back defensively. And that's going to be Campbell, got the header. That is Schindler now. And Schindler's played a very strong game yet again here for Rutland High School. He's had a lot of help back there. And you can see right there, Dunge's great defense. And then Schindler with that big foot of his couldn't quite reach it, and that ball's going to trickle out and be cleared by Rutland as they'll dump it down in that vacated corner. And Lawrence sprinting to it, and he's fast, but not that fast. He'll go out of play, and we'll have North Country take the throw. And that'll bounce and elude everybody. Still rolls, almost got to midfield, and Olsen will finally get a hold of that hot potato, and Lawrence will stop, bring it back around, look to the inside, and decided to hit the trail player on the far side. Coming down the sideline was Madison, and the follow-up, and he's going to be high. Oh, Alex Adams. That was a lot of wide open net, and he did a good job of getting there. But he was a little jacked and put a little bit too much gas behind the ball, and there's Pollock coming back into the game now, 22 for Rutland. Yeah, that net looks big until you get set to take a kick like that. And a nice reversal there. And Dunges will launch it out of bounds. Good pressure here by the Raiders late in the game as we just hit approximately 10 minutes, Ken Nelson said. And we'll get set for the goal kick by Pinard, and Pinard trying to come up this near side, and Pollock right there, and heard the pressure coming, drilled the pass to Dunges, who controlled the ball, and he'll step over the top. Pollock will come back, lose his footing, get right back up, and Shane Barrett back in the ball game, number 24 for the Raiders. That will be Campbell that towed it down, controlled it, and then he'll take advantage of the space they gave him, dribbled it 8 yards forward, go it off to Lawrence, and Lawrence getting a little impatient, brought it in, and now, did that become a corner? Yes, it did. Went off from the goalie's hands, Weston's through the inline, and Pollock, and just Pollock going to the corner, and he'll disappear behind the balloons for a second, and he'll reappear. And Rutland with a corner here in a 2-0 lead, and the game ticking down around the 8-minute mark left in the second half. When Rutland wins here, they move on to play Friday at Northwood Park in the quarterfinals. Well, I tell you, it wasn't really an ideal kick, but it became possessed by the Raiders, and it's going to come wide, and Pollock elects to retreat and get back into a defensive position instead of overcommit on the ball, and that's going to be sent through soft pass, and that's a 50-50 ball picked up by North Country. And tell you, Dunge just great defense, nice quickness, good defense, and slick field, and it'll be over the top to Lawrence, and no, Weston will beat him to it. He'll slide, pick up the ball, and he'll take the punt for the Falcons. And Dunges with a nice trap right there. And yeah, he waited and got the whistle, and might have embellished it a tad, but he'll get the whistle, and we'll have a Rutland kick coming up, and it'll be Dunges just near the edge of the circle over midfield. And again, with this distance, he could easily reach the box if he wants to go at it, and that's what he's doing. And well, he put everything into it, and that just sailed over any chance for a teammate to get a header on it, and it goes into Weston's arms, and then it'll be popped up, and boy, Dunges just ball hocking out there. We'll get it, and that's Olsen. That was a good kick as he put it right on Lawrence's foot, and Lawrence got this knack of just being able to control the ball and drag it through all kinds of defenders. And Rutland with good pressure here late in the game, just keeping the ball down this end of the field and away from the North Country offense. As Pinard will get set, and Joe Rodolfi kicking back in for the Raiders, number 11. And that is going to ricochet around a few people, and right now we're just kind of bogged down in the middle of the field, and North Country finding it very difficult to find turf to work with. And there's some speed to the outside, and now the good help is see Olsen steer him back away right into his teammate. That's Madison there, and Madison will reach in, and I think it's going to belong to North Country. They'll take the throw, and that's going to be the case. And they're in a spot on the field where if they want to go into the box with the throw, that's what they'll try to do, is they're backing up as far as they can to get some momentum coming forward. And there's the heave, and it squirts through and cleaned up by the Raiders as Schindler got there, and that ball found just enough space and cracks to get in to the 18, and about the same spot he took the throw last time, put a lot more air underneath it this time, and it'll bounce once, be headed twice, and up and out. I believe that was Rodolfi that got the foot up in the air and was able to get it up and out. And, oh, Jim C. trying to make the pick and the goal, and boy, Jim C. having a very active shift here on that particular sequence of events. C looking, and he was the only white shirt back there. Now we'll have Lawrence on that side, and getting that clock ticking down, probably around 7.5 minutes to go in this 2-0 game. Rutland with the lead, and C turned and going to get a corner out of it. No, goal kick.
Returning for Rutland, number 8, Dominic Dunges.
All right, Dominic.
As C turned and tried to hook the ball in on one motion, and C will leave the game now. Dominic Dunges will take his spot back out there on the field, and that's probably the shortest kick of this half, and it gave Shane Barrett a chance to step up and explode to the net, and they're saying it was touched. They're trying to lobby for a corner, but I don't believe they're going to get it. It would make you wonder, though, why the goalie made a play on the ball that was definitely going to be wide and out of the play, and if he would have nicked it with his hands, it would have became a corner for Rutland. That's Campbell with the step up the header, and you can just start to see Lawrence come to the picture right there for the North Country Falcons. About a 3.5-hour ride, they said, to get here from Derby, Vermont, and they're down 2 goals down there at the point of the game where they're really going to have to kind of just go for it. I know defense is the name of the game and all this and that, but they're going to have to get a little risky out there. They're down 2 goals in soccer is not insurmountable, but it's with 5 minutes left, that's quite a bit. And Pollock will step over. Madison coming up from nowhere to get the ball, and he's got a head of steam, and he'll put the brakes on, slip down, get back up, give the ball up on that side for Lawrence. Pass just a little soft getting there, and that's Olsen marking up nicely at the midfield stripe, and actually doing a lot better marking up. He'll take the ball away, and there's that soft, gentle serve, trying to get it to Lawrence, who's trying to hook the ball and bring it around, and it hit the sideline out of play, and we'll have a North Country throw. And that sub coming in on the horn is going to be for North Country, as they're bringing a couple different bodies in there. And they need some fresh legs to finish off strong here in the last 5 minutes of play, and that's going to be a little give and go between Lawrence and Madison. Madison was pretty well marked that time, sealed off, and Lawrence will slide but not get the ball, and that's going to be out of play. And Barrett just getting up off the turf, and again Adams coming in. He left for a little while after sustaining some type of injury. Now Barrett limping off the field. They've lost Bowman Potter already today, and that list is getting quite large here. As we're going to have the throw by Rutland, just about when they let go of it, it'll be at midfield, and that's a nice deep lob by Olsen, and possession, name of the game right now. North Country needs some possession time down in the attack area. They're down those 2 goals. Jim C. got things going for the Raiders today. He had the first goal in the first half. We went to halftime 1-0, and just about 3 minutes in the second half, Nick Lawrence able to get the game's second goal. And Rutland with the ball right now, looking to advance to the quarterfinals, and that's going to be in on Weston, and he'll make the save for North Country. And Weston hasn't played bad at all in net for the Falcons. And you can see Schindler trying to get through, and again, good position defensively, and that was Dunges that was there, forcing them to bring the ball back. They tried to bring it into the middle, and that's just going to roll through the inline. Did it become a corner? And Looks like it will be set up on the far side. Yep, that's where they're going to have North Country head to.
Come on, Rutland!
Preston Ingram will serve the ball at number 19. And if you're going to get back in a game with time running out, this is the perfect opportunity on a corner with no breeze to affect the kick. That's going to be lofted up, up, up. That's still going to be a free ball, and the Raiders will get there and bring it up and out of play. Rodolfi will reach out and get control of the ball, and yeah, took a few dribbles, and really that was a nice play because he took time off the clock and he didn't rush the ball down the field and give up possession. Nice step up by Madison, and that's going to go to the far side. Madison there defensively took away any path forward. They had to go backwards, and now Lawrence will give chase around the middle of the field. And again, Rutland's defense has played just very well today. When you start watching the game unfold, C.T. Spalding with the step up. He's playing in place of Potter position-wise back there. And he's done a nice job. Less than a minute to go in the game. 2-0 Rutland, and they're looking closer and closer to going to the quarterfinals here at Northwood Park, where they would host that game, being the number 4 seed. And Madison, on his pass attempt, just lost his footing, went down, and he'll be followed up by Captain Dominic Dunges. And Dunges will roll into the offensive end of the field for the Raiders, and he reverses field. He goes all the way across to the far side, and this time it's going to be controlled by the Falcons. And Madison, yeah, little physical play there, and he's able to slow things down momentarily. Spalding with the header, and then the follow-up by the Falcons, and Schindler right on top of it. And Schindler's just played an excellent game today, and he's a big body out there to try to get through. And it's his quickness and his size that kind of scare the heck out of the opponents as we're nearing the end of the contest here, and Rutland looking pretty safe here in this one, in what's become their playoff home over the last couple of years. And that, fortunately, nobody got hurt on that header as they both went up, made contact, and Schindler will clear it. Golubietnikov on the verge of a shutout in the opening round, and Missisquoi last year was Rutland's first playoff game here, and then they took on Harwood, and they're going to open up the 2006 playoff season with a 2-0 win over North Country. And actually a very well played game back and forth between the two teams, and congratulations to Rutland. They'll move on deeper into the playoffs, and North Country, that long ride home, don't forget to stop at P&H Truck Stop and have something to eat. Thank you very much.